Hello again. I don't think you were expecting me back so soon. I also wasn't expecting you back so soon, I'm gonna be honest. So, life is going pretty good at the moment. I'm having a nice time. I'm actually getting paid for the jobs, the freelance jobs that I've been doing, finally. So, I had a little bit of surplus money, so I thought, okay, what can I buy that's absolutely fucking useless, but won't cost me too much? A toy fucking camera, that's what. Just look at it. It's ridiculous. Listen how cheap it is. It's just stuff shaking around in there. This is the Holga 120S. It is the cheapest of the Holgas. There are ones that come with inbuilt flash. I mean, this has got hot shoe, which is pretty good. But at the end of the day, it's just a really, really shit, cheapy camera, and it wasn't designed to be anything good and expensive. Everything is made out of plastic except a little bit of the shutter inside and the hot shoe, but everything, and like the clips on the side, but apart from that, it's just plastic. So I thought I've literally just unboxed it, so I thought I would just show you what this little piece of crap's all about. So when I unboxed it, I got obviously the camera body itself. It's got a removable rubber lens cap for its plastic. It's got a plastic lens. It's not even a glass lens, it's plastic, which is just great. So that came with it. A camera strap, which is just like the most smallest thing ever, but it's fine because this thing weighs like 2 grams, so whatever. And it also came with film. I've got the lomography colour negative film because I didn't want any fancy. You could get a red scale and stuff like that, but I didn't really fancy that. So the film pack comes with 3 rolls of film, 120 film, which more difficult to get processed because I've just been around downstairs to answer the doorbell, and I now have 2 flights of stairs to get back up to my room, so I'm really unfit. So yeah, it comes with all that. Pretty cheap. I mean, you shouldn't pay a lot for this at all, especially since this is one of the, well, it is the worst model. It's now discontinued actually. So you should be paying like just pounds for it. Like, it's really, there's not much to it. But yeah, I'll show you a closer look. Alright, so this is the Holga up close and personal. So you've got the backing here, very easy to take off, just click, click, and sort of falls off. Do be aware actually, because you can actually put it on upside down, it will actually fit, so make sure you got it the right way up with numbers at the bottom. So inside, it's fairly bloody empty really. So you've got the spool, which will usually come on that side, but it should be on this side, so that when you're loading it, the slit here is facing forwards. So I'll pop you back. It's a bit fiddly just because it's plastic. It may or may not come with a mask. So this, for some reason, came with a 6x6 mask, so you could take standard format square photos, 6x6, but a lot of them will come with 6x4.5, something like that. So if it comes like that and you want to take photos in a square format, then just simply take the mask off, but make sure that these little, I mean, you really can't see that well, but these little holes here, you cover them with some sort of thick tape so that no light can get through, otherwise you're going to get horrendous light leaks, and not like the fancy hipsterish light leaks that everybody likes. So yeah, that's the mask, and pop that back on. So if you're taking 6x6 square photos, you'll get 12 shots from your film. If you're taking 6x4.5, you'll get 16 shots from the film. Now, so if you can see, not that well, there are 2 options here. There's a 12 at the bottom and there's a 16 up here. Mine came with it. It's whichever one is the one that you're pointing at. is the one, not the one where you can see the number 3. Mine came with it set at 16, but I can't put it back. I wanted to have it on 12 because I wanted to have square format photos, but I had to use a pair of tweezers to try and shove this back down. It's very, very stiff and plastic, and I've already scratched that, but it doesn't really matter. That's just for reading the numbers that come through the film to see when you've wound it up enough. So that's that. If you have a look, take a look at the shutters, 1 shutter speed. Sort of see it flickering through there. Oh gosh, see, this is how easy it probably could break in 5 days. 1 shutter speed, 2 exposures, which is sun. I don't know if you can see that properly. Sun and flash or cloud. It varies from camera to camera. Nobody really knows what the exposures are. And then you've got the the focal lengths again, kind of, so a person on portrait, a sort of small group photo, large group photo, and then mountains. So it's sort of anybody's guess where you put it in. The viewfinder is not linked to the lens, so you're not going to be able to see it focusing in real time. You've just got to guesstimate. So it's all very rough and ready, very I'm going to sort of have like a dream-like aesthetic to it. So I'm quite excited to go out and shoot on this, but it's a trial and error sort of camera. I feel like my first roll might be a bit wasted, but there's only one way of finding out, and that's it. That is your Holga. So that was a very, very sort of basic how-to with the, I've lost it already, with this little thing. Yeah, excited to go out and shoot. This is the first time messing around with an analog camera for, well, since the family camera used to be analog, so probably about 15 years ago. But in a way it's quite nice going away from very, very customizable DSLRs like what I'm using right now, to something where you basically have no control over the photo. You can make double exposures on this camera by just basically not winding on and just taking 2 photos on the same frame, which I mean is pretty cool, so I'm quite excited to mess around with that, see what sort of results I get. But yeah, that was just a little like unboxing video. Oh, let's be an absolute pretentious twat and name this unboxing the Holga 120S. Not even the SF, it's just basic bitch camera like me. God blimey.